what's up?
All right.
Good to see you.
So,
We're just talking about Ghana and how peaceful do you think Ghana is? First of all, let's ask him if you feel like Ghana is a peaceful place.
I mean, I think in general it is. I think that like there's some 1-2 skirmishes here and
That's
there,
what you always
but
say.
like I think generally we don't really do anything crazy.
Yeah.
It's like nothing insane like what's going on in some of the other countries. So right now the most like pressing thing is what's happening in the north. Do you get?
I know sister.
So with all the countries that are in the Sahel region, like
Yeah.
Niger, Burkina Faso, XYZ, there are a lot of like extremist groups and terrorist organizations and things working there. And with the way they operate, there are a couple of issues. So
Yeah.
either they are going to come into Ghana for logistics or what, or maybe they'll arm some of the local groups that work there. Because we're doing that, like there are some internal groups, like what was happening in the Transvolta Togoland issue. So like there's some people that already have a lot of skirmishes, and already in the north there are a lot of disputes and things like that.
Yeah.
So a lot of that really just, it makes it a lot worse than it actually is.
True.
And it can just seep into the rest of the country and just
Yeah.
become a bigger issue.
But then when you look at like the international bodies like EU, AU, ECOWAS, do you feel like they are actively doing their part to ensure that Ghana is safe and then Africa is like,
Oh yeah, for sure. Like they're definitely trying. So if we are going to take like the north, for instance, they do a lot of capacity building.
True.
So they are going to like help train the patrol, the
yeah,
border
like
people,
ensure
the
that
border
like
officers.
the safety, security training and stuff
Yeah,
like
so
that.
they definitely help peacekeeping, and I don't think
Yeah.
it has never reached a point where they need to like send in troops and things.
Yeah.
But they definitely help. They
Yeah.
definitely really help
I
a
think
lot.
with equipment and gadgets and weapons and equipping the service, so I think they donate once a while.
They do. And I think there's
Well,
also like an
stuff,
emergency
yeah.
fund that
Yeah.
the EU has. And then they actively use these funds to like ensure that the people up north and everywhere are like sorted out.
And they do workshops and
training,
stuff
yeah,
too,
training
so,
workshops, stuff like that.
They definitely really help a lot.
Yeah. You think they can do more?
Me personally, I feel like they can do more. Like,
Yeah.
like,
But then when you even
stuff
look
like
at these international bodies like EU, do you think their work or their support is sometimes too large scale? Let me explain. Like, for example, if they are supporting Ghana, because they are looking at it from an African point of view, the kind of support they give us is not really tailored to like our
Ghana.
issues. It's just tailored to like, oh, Africans need this, so let's do this. Or you think that the work they are doing is actually streamlined towards like our needs?
It's definitely an issue because they are trying to cater for so many different people. They bring up very generic
Yeah, that's what I mean.
policies to like try and cover a large number of people. But at the end of the day, it largely depends on the African country themselves to sort of go to them and be like, okay, XYZ is what we need because of the like peculiar issues that we have in our own country.
Yeah.
Because for instance, the problems that Burkina Faso and Niger have, they are not the problems that we have. Do you understand? So it's, I don't know, it's a give and take thing. So it's definitely something that is an issue with the whole generic type thing.
But I feel like we are also quite lucky because when you look at like the embassies and commissions in Ghana, you realize that there are some commissions in Ghana that serve other African countries, which makes us very lucky because they are with us. Because you speak to some of the ambassadors and they serve like 2 or 3 different countries,
Yeah.
but they are not stationed there. Most of them stay in Ghana. So I feel it gets, we have that advantage, but we don't use it.
But do you guys think if we are actively reliant on the European Union and these other international bodies, there's some level of dependence that we'll have on them? Like everything that we do, like what Kali was saying, like they for spoon feed us, like everything that we do, we need them to like actively support us, or we'll just be there.
Personally, I feel we need that support. But in
Support us.
as much as we want to be like purely independent and free and those kinds of things, I think we really need them because we are a developing country. And one way or the other, we need that collaboration, that freedom to operate from, like maybe an organization like African Union and ECOWAS. Personally, I like them a lot, but I hope they live to their potential. You get it. But so far, I feel like the EU and the global ones are more active, like compared to those countries, because they're like, after the African Free Trade, blah blah blah. If this organization like that is like really on top of its game, I mean, there's a lot we can do as a country.
Yeah, true.
Exports, imports, job creation, all those kind of things.
True.
So I feel like we need them. We need them like, it has to be balanced. We can't give our independence to them.
Yeah.
It has to be measured at a point.
With these kind of bodies, they need to have more educational opportunities for like the police force, like the security training. Like they already have these resources, but we actively need it in our country so that, Charlie, if somebody is, like you were saying, like these stories we see online, there's a robbery here, this has happened, like the call to action could be very fast, you know.
I think about what they talk about, but like sometimes a lot of these people, them they carry go. So they might be say, oh, we need this, we need that, we need from these different people. They are used as an excuse to not do anything themselves. They have like the local, the DCEs, all those different people. They use as an excuse that, oh, we don't this, we don't that. But at the end of the day, even though we are a developing country, we need their help. When they bring it, you also have to do something for yourself.
True.
But a lot of other people, Dubai and things, they were a desert, but I see them now. Like, if you do give your body small, you develop.
You know my problem, right? When it comes to security and international organizations too, I feel like there's a level of mistrust between the public and not even the government too, the public and these organizations. I don't know if maybe it's probably the movies we watch or stuff like that, because there are a lot of theories. Once they see, let's say they see military people that are not from Ghana, there are so many crazy theories. Oh, they can't do weapon based. They can't like.
It's true. It's true.
For sure.
So yeah, I think sometimes transparency, like if you're able to build a trust with people, be transparent with them. I mean, it helps.
Yeah, 100%. I feel like people need to understand what these bodies do, why they are helping us. Obviously, it's not like a give relationship; it's a give and take. So they need to understand like why they are here, what they are doing to help. How they interact with the AU, ECOWAS, how they all relate with each other and stuff like that. Because the average person on the road do not even know that the AU is helping. They don't know. It's like, okay. Yeah, they don't care to know.
Because they'll be like, oh, they are giving gadgets, but they will be tapping our information. They'll be doing this. Like, a lot of things. Like, but if there's like that trust, I mean, people can be able to like, give them free flow. And,
so the media for really like, they have to really publicize a lot of these things. Yeah. I mean, that's why they are there. They have to really like put it out there. I know, people don't watch. People don't read. They don't watch the news.
That is where social media comes in.
Yeah.
You see, I feel like for the past 2, 3 years, the use of social media in spaces like this has improved compared to previous years. Like for the past 2, 3 years, it has been crazy and it has been beautiful because now the youth are more like discerning. They are more active.
It's very refreshing. It's very refreshing. Yeah.
I mean, we can have our entertainment, our banter, but when it comes to serious issues, like right now it's crazy. Like maybe an MP or something posts something. Yeah. And see people passionate, fact checking. Like crazy. Like it's crazy. I mean, it's nice. So if they can just leverage on those areas and spaces.
5 minutes videos, 10 seconds videos. What's the EU? What do they do? What's peace? What's security? Stuff like that, I think.
I was even thinking of this concept where the title will be like 7 minutes around the world.
Yeah.
You see there's a movie around, what's the title of the movie?
I know the movie.
80 days around the world.
80 days around the world. Yeah. But I had a crazy concept like 7 minutes around the world. Then you have diplomats from other countries. Almost every month or every week talking about their country in 7 minutes and what they do and why they do what they do. It's crazy. It bridges the gap. Like, I mean, a lot of people that want to know why this embassy is in Ghana and what they are doing, they get to know. Yeah. You get to know more about their duty. Because you see someone texting an ambassador that, oh, I want visa.
Go to the embassy.
No, they don't give visas. They'll tell you, I don't give visas. And then they'll be posting links to their website and all.
Yeah.
So like something like 7 minutes around the world. Or you have all the ambassadors every week talking about their countries, what they do, the EU like this, talking about some of the projects. Because you speak to some of these ambassadors and you realize that they do crazy projects.
Yeah, but we don't know.
And we don't care to, because it's not my duty to go and find out what they are doing.
Yeah.
You have to bring me the information. So I think it's something they have to do, like bridge that gap.
Yeah.
And I think we'll be good. Because right now, the youth are ready to listen. It's not like they're not, like if it's like previous years, they don't even care.
We don't care.
But now they actually care to listen. So it's not up to you to bring it to them, serve them. We are lazy.
We are not lazy. We are not lazy.
We are not lazy. Okay, we are lazy at a certain level.
We are laid back.
Okay,
We are relaxed.
Okay, I'll take that.
We're
I'll
relaxed.
take that.
We ain't lazy.
We take
laid
our
back.
time.
Yeah, we are laid
Yeah.
back. So bring us the
Yeah.
information, put it on a platter and bring it to us that this is what I've done, this is what I'm doing, this is what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
A lot of these embassies and things, like sometimes they have like these grants and loans and scholarships and things that people could really benefit from, but they have no idea about it. It's like it's definitely something that should be there. Like they should definitely be putting it out there.
I found out recently, like 2 days to the event, 2 days to the deadline, or 3 days to the deadline. I was like, hey, and me, I'm active on social media. I found out like 2 or 3 days. So imagine someone that's not active on social media.
They will not even know about it.
Yeah, those are like gaps that I need to bridge. And there are like funding opportunities, there are import-export opportunities for people, youth in agri.
Yeah, there's so much.
Like so much that they have to, like that gap that they have to bridge. But I feel like we are ready to listen now. We are like right now we are focused.
Yeah.
But we are not getting the information.
Yeah.
And sometimes you even go to there are some websites, like government websites, you go on and the website is not working. It's crazy.
Site has been blocked.
Some will load, I hear robots, like 20 minutes old, then you give up.
Yeah.
Not found.
Yeah. Most of these conversations need to be had. Like, we need to talk more about peace, security, I don't know, financial freedom, the kind of opportunities people can have from these. Because Charlie, things and then one thing that I think we as Ghanaians take for granted is the fact that like if there's peace, we go feed do what we have to do. Like you can work, you can go to school, like because there are some countries that Charlie.
It's true. I mean, it's even evident when I was getting close to elections, right?
Yeah.
Everything was at a standstill. Events, parties, no one was posting flyer because you don't know how the event the election is going to turn out.
Yeah, and there are people who are living like that every day. Like they are under, I don't even know what word to use, but tension day. You can't just get up and say I'm going to buy king cake
because tensions were high at a point. Yeah.
But we have peace.
So it makes you appreciate your freedom and peace more.
Yeah.
It's very recently that the youth started taking a more like proactive step, like going on the demonstrations, calling people out on, which I love by the way, like really just being very involved.
Change takes time.
For sure.
It takes time because if you compare now to like 2-3 years ago, you see like there's growth. There's growth. So I think it's good. Maybe it will get to the people in the rural areas maybe in 4 or 5 years. But once it gets there, I mean, it's still working.
Maybe it's part of the fact that those places are largely neglected.
Yeah, so that's
like
why
we forget them.
This scenario, right? You're in traffic lights. You are waiting for your turn to go. There's no street lights. A crazy driver comes to knock you. Now you call an ambulance. It's not working. Finally, they put you in a taxi. You go to the hospital. There are no hospital beds. You go. You call a doctor. The doctor is not answering. Like
it be ripple effect.
And it will just happen to you. It's not because. It's because when we needed you to speak up, you didn't speak up.
Yeah.
A lot of the policies that they put is like trying to put a band-aid on a gunshot wound. Like there are deep issues. Like they don't deal with the deep issues and they just put like shallow things. Even with the roads, you just fill the potholes with sand. They won't actually cover it up. So the problem is just going to keep on coming back. Like even something like this, it is from the district level. They are not developing the area. So they'll just, all of these things are just going to keep on happening.
That's the beauty about this whole thing. Like once you start learning and reading more and like doing research, the way the life is now you're more interested. Like you see something, you have to be like Google
research about it.
Shouldn't end at the social media post.
Yeah, you have to check for yourself, fact checking.